Is it there we go.
This is
So
weird.
record this. Record that. Slow bam, slow bam, slow bam.
Okay, so if you're a parent, you're probably aware about all the debates and controversy on what is appropriate, what's inappropriate as being a parent. You know, should we spank our children? Should we yell at them? Let them cry it out or coddle them? But there's one issue that's really becoming an epidemic in America that I think is inarguably child abuse, and that's when you watch your perfectly healthy children go from being a healthy weight and living a healthy lifestyle to becoming overweight and obese, and you don't intervene. I understand that sometimes genetics can play a role in this, you know, whether they're more likely to become overweight or not, but in most cases, I think it's 100% preventable. This is a graph. This is from 2010, and the first section right here is going to be kindergarten, 6th grade, and then 9th grade. The blue is the percentage of children that were overweight, and the red was a percentage of children that were considered obese. So in most of the sections, you can see the red even is more than the blue, so we're not even having a problem with people being overweight now, we're having a problem with them being obese. And just in kindergarten, there was 20% of kindergartners in the U.S. were obese in 2010, so it's kind of ridiculous. 29.2% were obese by the time they were in the 6th grade, and 25.4% were obese by the time they were in the 9th grade. In the 6th grade and the 9th grade, yes, your child is making a lot more of their own decisions on what they eat. You know, they go to school and they go through the cafeteria line and they have a choice, but what you instill in them as a child is going to affect what decisions they make as they get older and even when they become an adult. We don't realize as parents how big a role we play in our children's eating habits and their lifestyle. So, as you know, when we have young children before their school age, we have total control over what food is available in the house, how active our children are, and we need to take that control. We need to take responsibility for educating our children and definitely lead by example. As I mentioned earlier, children before their school age, everything that's in that house is there because you put it there. You control what they have access to and what they don't. You control whether you cook meals every night that are well balanced or whether you're eating out of the freezer section or fast food. It's very important to teach them to make these decisions using positive reinforcement. For example, if you tell your child, if you eat all your vegetables, you can have dessert. You're using dessert as a reward, and they're automatically going to take more of a liking to the sweet dessert foods than they are the healthy vegetables. So using positive reinforcement, you have to teach them, you know, to reach for that apple or their carrot sticks over the bag of chips when it's snack time. Preparing healthy meals, and if you do have to eat out, try to order healthier options off the menu. You'll hear a lot of parents say, "Oh, you shouldn't let your kids watch SpongeBob. There's so much hidden adult humor that they don't need to be watching." But if they want to sit there and watch VeggieTales all day, that's completely fine with most parents. It's like a free babysitter. They'll sit in front of the TV and watch it, and that's not okay. You need to encourage them to go outside and play, be physically active. Encourage them to play sports even. We need to pay more attention to how long our kids are watching TV, how much TV they're watching, rather than what they're watching on TV. And if you don't feel safe letting your children go outside and play by themselves, then you as a parent, in order to better your child's future, needs to take a couple hours out of your day to go outside and let them ride their bike and let them play tag with their friends. Now our children get older, and we have to start talking to them about sex and drugs, and those are awkward conversations, obviously, for parents to have with their children. But almost a quarter of parents will say that talking to their children about their weight is an awkward conversation as well. This is where taking responsibility comes in. Parents want to put the responsibility on the child's doctor. The child may see that doctor 2 or 3 times a year, maybe, if they're sickly, but they see you every single day. So who are they going to be more likely to listen to? They're going to listen to their parents. One of the reasons that parents find this topic awkward is because maybe they themselves are overweight. That kind of flows into the last topic that I wanted to talk to you about. We have to lead by example. If you're struggling with your weight and you're struggling with living a healthy lifestyle, you need to make changes in yourself and then approach your children with it. We don't realize how much our kids are going to imitate our behavior If we overeat, our children are going to be more likely to overeat. Whatever we eat, that's what's going to be available for our children to eat. But if a child grows up in a physically active family, they're by default going to be physically active. And later on in life, they're more likely to make the conscious decision themselves to be physically active, play sports, and make good choices with their eating habits. Overweight parents equals overweight kids. That's pretty much the bottom line. If your parents are overweight, you're way more likely to become overweight or obese than other kids who have come from physically active families. So we really do have to lead by example. You need to fix yourself and then fix your children. And we need to do it before it's too late. Don't let them cross that line into becoming overweight and obese, because that's going to lead to them being overweight and obese as adults. And I think we can all agree, the older we get, the harder it becomes to maintain our weight and our physical activity levels. If we're not used to it, somebody in their 30s that wants to just start going for jogs one day is going to have a lot harder time than somebody that's been doing it since they were young. So we really need to take control, lead by example, and take responsibility for this before it's too late.